These are my 6 favorite tools for under 20 bucks. I have personally used all of these tools for years and have come to depend on them. It's rare I go even a single day without using at least one of them. I have links to all of them in the description down below, and I've ranked this list from my least to most used tool. So let's get into it. Number 6, the Stud Buddy. The Stud Buddy is a super simple, easy to use stud finder. No batteries, no settings, no guesswork, and as you can see, very compact. It's basically just a high-strength magnet that sticks to the drywall screws that hold up your drywall. If you can find the screws, you find the stud. I like to stick one of these inside my toolbox and just forget about it. It hardly takes up any space, but it's there when you need it. Number 5, Coast G25 flashlight. Almost every flashlight anymore seems to be way too complicated with like 15 different modes, but not the Coast G25, which is why I love it. It is nothing fancy. On high, off, on low, off. That's all it is. Runs off 2 AA's that are easily swappable, waterproof, basically bulletproof, and at 330 lumens, plenty bright enough for almost any job. It's compact enough that it can store basically anywhere, but it's large enough that it fits really well in the hand. I absolutely love these for how simple, durable, and inexpensive they are. I have one in my truck, one in my nightstand, one in my toolbox. Anywhere I need a flashlight, I have one of these. Number 4, Extendable Pin Magnet. Sadly, I think we all know the pain of dropping a bolt or a nut or a socket or something into some impossibly tight crevice where we never have any hope of ever retrieving it again. But with the extendable magnet pin, that's a thing of the past. I feel like I'm doing an infomercial. Call now! The extendable magnet is incredibly simple and is nothing new, but it is a lifesaver. This thing has saved my back on more than one occasion. I've seen a lot of different versions of this sold. I particularly love this one because it looks like a pin, so you can carry it around like a pin if you want to, or it's so small. Again, just like everything else on this list, you can store it anywhere. Some of the cheaper ones you can pull apart and break really easily, but this one I have never experienced that with. Maybe I will in the future, I don't know, but so far it's been incredibly durable for me and I absolutely love it. Number 3, DeWalt 90. Do you have a screw or bolt at some weird tight angle that you can't get your impact into? Well, with the DeWalt 90, that's not an issue. Once again, doing an infomercial. This thing is worth its weight in gold. I used to work as an assembler and I use this thing every single day, all throughout the day. So many things are designed nowadays with screws and bolts at such weird and tight angles. If it wasn't for this, I would have either lost my mind or quit that job, or maybe both. And this thing is a beast. I have tortured this thing and pushed it far past what it was rated for, and it has never let me down. I've used it on tractors, barbecue grills, bikes, lawnmowers, log splitters, gazebos, you name it. And I have never ran into a job that this thing couldn't handle. And it's only 20 bucks. I'm not saying this to be funny. I've honestly thought about this. I'm 100% dead serious. If they were selling these for 200 bucks, don't tell DeWalt this, I don't want them to increase the price, I would still buy it. This thing has literally turned so many what would have been 1-hour jobs into 10-minute jobs for me. I'm not even kidding. If you ask me, no toolbox is complete until you have at least one of these. Number 2, Workpro box cutter. A knife is one of the most important tools you'll have, and so finding a good one is crucial. I probably went through 50 different box cutters trying to find one I liked until I came across this one. The Workpro is made out of metal, is balanced very well, making it super easy and comfortable to cut with. And since it's metal, of course, it's also very durable. Probably my favorite feature with this is you can open and close it with just one hand. Milwaukee also sells a box cutter that can do that, but in my opinion, the Milwaukee is not nearly as well balanced as the Workpro. The size is large enough it fits well in your hand, but thin enough it doesn't feel uncomfortable in your pocket. And it even has a little notch on the neck of it for cutting or stripping wire. To top it all off, it comes with 10 replacement blades, all packaged up with the knife in this super cool little box, perfect for gift giving. Really, the only issue I've experienced with it is the screws for the clip aren't very deep, so I add a little bit of super glue to them to keep them nice and secure. Number 1, DeWalt 9-foot tape measure. I use this tape every single day, and there are two main reasons I love it. Number 1, you guessed it, it's small and compact. I like to slip it in my back pocket so if I ever need to measure something, I don't even have to think about it. I know exactly where my tape's at. It's small enough I hardly ever notice it in the pocket, but the tape is large enough that it's not super flimsy and you can actually still reach with it. And the second reason I love this thing so much, it has a magnet on the backside. So when you're working and your hands are full, you can stick it just about anywhere. And tapes always used to love to fall off from where I was working because of the vibration of the tools, but now it's super easy to keep them in place. And it's a lot harder to lose than other tapes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still find ways to lose it. But usually I just slip it right back into my pocket or stick it onto something metal. So whenever I don't find it in my pocket, I usually just start looking around at the closest metallic surface, and that's typically where it's at. And there you have it. Those are my 6 favorite tools for under 20 bucks. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. But if you didn't, I hope your extendable magnet breaks.
Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.